everyone, welcome to D's 20 Stitches. I'm D, my pronouns are they and he. I'm a trans cross-stitcher, designer, and educator, and it is August. I have a hoodie on. It means the summer is leaving us, and that makes me sad because that means I have to go back to school. And I know everyone loves the fall. I am also a fall friend. My birthday's in fall. I grew up in New England. Love some apple pie, some pumpkin, some etc. But I love summer. Love summer. So today I've got some really exciting summer-based finishes, stitching, etc. for you. I have some big, fully finished objects to show you, including a amazing release and also a surprise release. Are you ready? Strap in. Get in. Okay, this one, the reason why I'm so hyped up is this thing that I'm going to show you, this object that I'm going to show you. It is so fantastic. And it is not created by me, I will say. The only thing I created was the pattern. But as you know, Kari and I are team up to bring you cross-stitch patterns. If you don't know that, then wow, you gotta get on board, baby. We started with my big head's in the way. With this one. This is Trans Pride Tapestry. And then above her, let's see if I can, with the Lesbian Pride Tapestry. And we started cross-stitch pattern designing together with that Trans Pride Tapestry. And people went gaga over it. So we were thrilled. This was our introduction to the cross-stitch community. And you gave us a big welcome. We did the Lesbian Pride Tapestry, and we decided to close off the series with one more tapestry, and it is this one. Now, this finish is spectacular. This is all Kari. So we gotta stand up for this one. This is the Progress Pride Tapestry. Are you kidding me? Look at this finish. Holy jumping. I'm going to get into here he is. Beautiful work. Here you go. All DMC. And he is as big as the other two. I apologize. This is based on the Progress Pride flag. So you have the trans flag in there. You also have the black and brown of the Philadelphia Pride flag stripes. And then you have the regular Pride flag, Pride colors. And Kari did this amazing quilted finish. Or I guess tapestry finish. Because it's a tapestry. Kari stitched this. I haven't even looked up close. Wow. Kari stitched this like a maniac. It is on a 36 count this time. This is, I believe, a picture of this plus fabric. You know what? It's all in the pattern. This pattern is available to buy, if you don't know. It's stitched, again, like I said, stitched with DMC. This pattern is available to buy on Kari's store, and I will put the link below. It's always a great time to stitch a unicorn. This is our last unicorn. We've decided, when we started this series, we were very new at the cross-stitch design gang, or I was. Kari did the art, so I translated to cross-stitch. And doing a pattern like this, 200 by 200 stitches, that's a lot of stitching. If we were to go back in time, I would probably make these patterns at least 150 by 150. We would cut down at least a little bit, just because of the amount of stitching is intimidating to some people. But so we've grown as designers. Doing these big pieces is not always sustainable, but we wanted to finish out the three unicorns and have a final piece for you. I have a lot of people asking me if we would do any other pride flags. Like, I know a lot of people ask for bisexual or asexual. The reason why we chose these 3 pride flags is they represent Kari and I. I have the trans flag, Kari has the lesbian flag, and both of us share that progress flag. That's the reason we don't do the other flags. We don't identify with those labels, asexual or bisexual or whatever. So we would feel weird making money off of someone else's identity that isn't ours. That's the answer if you're asking for another unicorn. Will we be doing other Pride releases together? For sure. Definitely, for sure. And this isn't the end of what Kari and I do, I promise you. But this finish, this is going back home to Kari. She gave it to me so I can show it to you all. Look at this. Appreciate it. I love it. I had nothing to do with this, but I get to show you. I guess I designed it. Kari did the art. I put all the little X's together. Kari did all the stitching. Rip her little beautiful fingers. Her tiny little fingers. It's gorgeous. So that is up for sale now. Every time is a good time to do some pride stitching for sure. And also, like, these unicorns, they are like secret pride, right? It's not like obvious, right? It's not obvious that these are pride awards. So, it'd be cute in a kid's room. It'd be cute in your office, your unicorn-based office. Yeah, I can't wait to see more people stitch him. I love him very much. And we're going to put that away, give that back to Kari, because she worked freaking hard on that. Speaking of pride, let's do this. I want to talk to you about August's Stitch for Pride. August's Stitch for Pride was a small one, I'll tell you what is coming up, but it was a small one. The artist was Hangama Amiri. And she does a lot of tapestry-like and quilting pieces. I'll just show you a little bit. There's a sneak peek of September, but... So she does some beautiful pieces, and she looks specifically at Muslim and Afghani women and their lives. She has a lot of beautiful pattern work, a lot of imagery of hands, especially women's hands with henna or with their nails, and her early work has a lot of plants, plant life, nature in it. So that was that beautiful piece. It was a small piece. September's is also going to be such a small stitch because October is going to be big. And I'm so excited about telling you about October's when it comes to it, because I think a lot of you will be really excited to stitch it. So that was Stitch for Pride July. Again, if you don't know, Stitch for Pride is a monthly stitch along designed by me. It's too late to get into it now, but make sure you look up for next year's Stitch for Pride. It is 12 artists from the 2S LGBTQIA+ community, and we do a little motif to represent each one of those artists. And you get a little learning package with it as well. So a lot of people have done beautiful work, chosen their own colors, and also a lot of people have like kept up with it, which is amazing. I thought, now I don't want to throw you all under the bus, but let's get real. I thought 3 releases and then the majority of you would be done. I love you, but I know you. And you know yourselves. But I am so surprised to see people up to date or even fully finishing pieces. And I wonder if it is the size. Hopefully I chose a really good size for kind of the average size is under 1,000 stitches. So I'm glad. I'm going to put my dad cap on. I'm so proud of you for keeping up and doing the learning and telling me how much you enjoy it. It really means a lot to me, and that's why I'm going to do another one in 2025. But I do apologize for October. It is going to be slightly over 1,000 stitches, but you'll love everyone. You'll love it. You'll love it. Everyone will love it. Okay. So that's the other finish. I have a surprise finish. You don't know about this. In fact, at this point, I don't even know if I've posted about it on Instagram. I haven't told anyone. Well, no, that's not true. I've told people about this because I'm really excited about it. So if you don't know, Canadian floss and fabric dyers and shop, Bryn and Needle, they are opening up a physical store with Canadian designer Darling and Whimsy. And it is so magical that, number one, we are getting more local needlework shops to open up. Number two, we have a Canadian local needle shop opening up. We don't have as many as you do in America. I'm talking to you as if I only have Americans. The majority of my audience is Americans, but if you're Canadian, you know we don't have many of them. And number three, the fact that it is Bryn and Needle, Darling and Whimsy, Cheryl, Patty, Diana, like my heart is so full. I love it. I love that these are the people opening up the store. Bryn and Needle has supported me from the beginning. They are the first fabric floss dyers to send me a floss to design with, to trust that, I would design with it and put out patterns with it, which is fantastic. They started with, when Kari and I did our first spring fling, they trusted us to pay them and work well with them. And so this means a lot to me, that they are opening a store. I wanted to give back to them. I have a lot of emotion in this. So I decided to design a exclusive sampler pattern that will only be sold by Bryn and Needle. I have no plans to put it on my own website because it is for them. It is to raise money for their shop, to keep them going, especially during that first hard year of opening a shop. I used all Bryn and Needle floss. I used their fabric, and it is very newfie. So let me show you. This is the Duckworth Street sampler. I even fully finished it. So let me tell you about this sampler. Duckworth Street is the street that their shop is located on. It is in this building. If you know anything about Newfoundland, you know their buildings are big and tall and beautiful and colorful. That is just, I don't know why. I don't know why that is a cultural thing, but their street fronts, their main streets and their cute little shops are frippin' adorable. So we've got that. We've got Bryn and Needle, open in 2024. They open in September. A couple things up here is the Newfoundland provincial plant, which is the coolest provincial plant ever. It is the Newfoundland pitcher plant. Yes, this is the one that eated the bugs. It's got the thing and the thing. It's a carnivorous plant. How cool is that? So here's the little gaping mouth of the plant. And they have these beautiful pink fuchsia flowers kind of hanging down. So that is the border. On the top, Newfoundland, you see a lot of puffins. And nothing, you know what, puffins are beautiful. But I wanted to do something different. I chose the tern, which is a seabird. They have a bright orange beak. They have a black kind of head cap. And their wings and tail are just so long and beautiful with these black marks. So I decided to switch it up a little bit. No puffin. We're doing tern. We're doing a tern. And check out that satin stitch on that spool of thread. We got some needles. We got some scissors. We got some pincushion tomatoes. And that is the Duckworth sampler. Look, I finished it and everything and back. Ugh. So, can you get this now? I don't know. I don't know. The digital pattern is going to go up on the Brin & Needle website. When it does, I will let you know on my Instagram. Also there we are. Also in September when I film, I will also just remind you when it is up. The ladies, they have a lot to do opening a store, so it might not be up for a bit. But I will tell you exactly when it is. I just want to get you hyped up. I want you to maybe just check out the Brin & Needle website if you're not in Newfoundland. And you know what? If you haven't been to Canada, or if you're Canadian, Canada's so flippin' big. It's hard to travel. Like, Newfoundland is what? 1, 2, 3, 4.5 time zones away from me. Canada's flippin' huge. Newfoundland should be on your travel list, is all I'm saying. And also, the Brin & Needle store should be on your travel list. I wanted to tell you about this now to hype them up because the store is opening soon. So give them so much love. Okay? Tell them D sent you. Again, I'll announce on my Instagram when that sampler is up on the Brin & Needle site. Again, it uses all Brin & Needle floss and fabric. And yeah, it's dope. Okay, let's talk about new starts. This one is a surprise for you and for me. In my Kaylee the Sewing Shop.ca bag. I love it. If I could be sponsored by one bag company. Okay, so number 1. If you don't know, there's an app called Libby. Libby will connect directly to your library card. You should have a library card, even if you're an adult. Number 2, on Libby, you can go see what cross-stitch magazines are on in your library. And it's great. It's fantastic. I have World of Cross Stitching, Just Cross Stitch, and then another British one. I forget the other one, Just Cross Stitcher, I think it's called, on my Libby app. So I just open up my phone, flip through my app, and if I want to stitch something, what I can do is check it out, and then it gives me access to the images. So I checked out. Okay, let me go back. We know about Pick-a-Whip from Marjorie Stitches, I believe, and one of her prompts. That's a weird one. For August, I almost said September, was stitching on an animal. I have lots of stuff with animals in it, but I have a certain bug in my butt. That's not. Bug in my ear. It ain't in my butt. Anyway, when I see something that I think someone else will like, I automatically get a drive to stitch it. And I wonder what that qualifies as. I know like cross stitch around the globe, they do a Flosstube special about process stitcher versus finishing stitcher. And I love to finish things. I love to finish. Rude. But what is it, the concept where you primarily want to stitch for other people? That is me. I want to stitch for other people. So it gives me, maybe it just gives me an excuse to try new things. So my little niece, my 2-year-old niece, she is in love with Peter Rabbit, Beatrix Potter, and I saw this on my Libby app in World of Cross Stitching. This is the August of this year's World of Cross Stitching. This is Peter Rabbit with the books. I think it's just called, I don't know, it's just called Peter Rabbit. It's exclusive to the World of Cross Stitching. They have the license. Like, they have the license for Smurfs, too, and Wallace and Gromit, and there's a weird elephant and a poofy-looking dumb bear. If you love that bear, I'm sorry. He's sloppy. But they have the Peter Rabbit ones. They have a ton. If you like Peter Rabbit, they have a ton of Peter Rabbit things. So my goal is to stitch this for my niece's birthday in January, and she is a reader, even at 2. She's got 2 parents that have PhDs, so she's I won't say too smart. I'm gonna stitch this for her for her birthday. Now, one would say, have you stitched anything like this before? This is not in my genre, but that's what I love. I love finding something that I would never stitch personally, the style, whatever, and then picking it up for someone else and stitching it. It gives me a thrill. It gives me a thrill. So here's the flosses. I still have some braided. The reason why I braid, not just to look pretty, but when you take thread off a bobbin, you know how it's kind of crimped? I find that if I braid them, the crimp goes away pretty quickly. So that's just a practical reason why I do that. Okay, let's show you what I am in. This is a 28 count. This is very luxurious. It's a DMC cashel, natural cashel. Here, and there he is. I've got his ears. I've got his little face coming in. This is about 3 days work. I can't wait to backstitch him. I love the magic of backstitch. And he's big. He's bigger than I thought he was going to be. The pattern itself, I am not used to stitching anything like this, so I really have to pay attention. So I'm using a little highlighter to like mark where I am, or the flosses are so close to one another. The color variation is so slight that I need to like mark it, or this is not something I can, get a little inebriated and stitch on. It needs full concentration. So I cannot wait. I'm going to stitch on that probably for the rest of this week, and because I'm filming on a Wednesday, and then see how far I get. Am I going to have it done by Wednesday? Yes, a little girl is relying on me. She doesn't know it yet. She's met me she's met me twice in real life, but she's going to get a little book bag for her birthday, for sure. Okay, so that was a new start. Let me talk to you about my works in progress, my whips. Oh. I thought I had another whip. Hold, please. I don't know. I wanted to show you Know Thyself, but I don't know. I don't know where he went. It's not that important. You'll see him again. Don't worry about it. Okay. You know what? It's probably like in this bag. Is this it? This is it. Professional. I'm a professional. Yeah, it's here. It's here. Dumb, stupid. This is Know Thyself by me. D's 20 Stitches. You can't buy it yet. I sold it for a fundraiser for my top surgery. Well, that has come and gone. I'll put it back up. I'll put it back up for sale when I am done stitching it. Because I'm making a little bit of changes here and there. But I wanted to show it to you because I don't know if last time you saw the big eye. But I have a big eye now. Ooh, doggy. Love it. Love it. List it. Gorgeous. Darling. I think I said last episode, I have to finish this before my art show in spring of 2025, next year. It's stitched up pretty quickly, but also I made so many mistakes in these little motifs. Counting these floating flowers was such a headache. So I think when I stitch on them again, I'm going to go down. I'm going to go into the body in that. Give myself a break. Or by the time I pick it up again, I'll forget it. I'll forget that those were a big problem and I'll just happily get started again. Okay. We're putting it back where it belongs. There we go. Speaking of forgetting this pattern. Who doggy? This is Gerald. There he is. By Kathy Barrick. Gerald is that forgotten whip. For whatever reason, he wasn't on my whip list. It's a birthday start. I think I birthday started it in 2022. And he just always was missing. I just forgot about him. But look at him. But look. This is on 40 count. Just a cream. Newcastle cream. Look at him. There you are. The colors are a lot brighter, but my white balance is a problem. I finished him. I finished the little houses. I got some leaves going on. I like to finish, next time I take him out, I like to finish the whole bottom and then work it my way up into these little finicky flowers. I think I know why. I think I know why he got left out. It's because, for whatever reason, I don't like stitching these little finicky flower things where it's like 4 stitches and then you have to move on. I do cross country. I do like travel with. I don't like pin stitch and then move on and cut it. It's a mess back there. It's a mess back there. But I don't like doing that. And then maybe that's why he's been neglected. I think you need to berate me. I think you need to bully me into remembering that he's a whip that I need to do some work on. Please bully me. I'm so bullyable. So maybe like, I don't know, in a couple months say, hey, you, what about Gerald? And I'll be like, oh, don't hit me. What's What's wrong with me? I think it's because I had to stop HRT for my surgery, and I'm back on it again. And this is I'm like, let's see, maybe 2 weeks in, and my vibe is rancid. My vibe has gotten even more rancid. Speaking of surgery, etc., etc., this is a piece that I took with me. Is it this? Yes. This is a piece I took with me in the car to get my final in-person post-op. This is the Afshan sampler by Marroomy Designs. I love her band samplers. She has many. And I have promised myself only to start one at a time, or they'll all get overwhelming. So this is one that this is the one that I am doing now. And when I finish this, I'll just do another one. And I'll be doing Marroomy Designs forever. Because she keeps designing. Girl! Making it so hard for us. Okay. I am doing this on a 18 count Ada that I dyed myself with floss that I dyed myself. I'm doing it in the negative. I'm stitching the negative. And if you cannot tell, it's a ombre. I have 7 skeins of floss, and I am kind of distributing them because this is slightly more yellow, this is slightly more dark. So I'm kind of moving this way and switching up. I love it. When I was in the car, I did this. I need to do more Ada stitching because it is easy on my brain. Because my brain is fighting for its life. That's my last whip. Let me just give one more big thanks in terms of Stitchy Kindness. When I bought my fabric for my Brenda Needle sampler, of course, they couldn't help themselves. I not only got, oh gosh, goodness. I not only got my floss that I bought, but ladies, you're going to put yourselves out of business before you so flippin' generous. I got a whole heck of a lot more Brenda Needle flosses, and they're very, let me just, I'm not going to take you on a tour on all of them. I say that, but this one's perfect for, anyway. Sorry, I saw one that I am equating to something that I'm designing, and I'm like, oh, that's perfect. It's like they know. I'm going to take you on a tour on some of them, but I just want to give, geez Louise, ladies. Look at this. Brenda Needle Floss does it and they don't pay me. As I have this huge thing. Even if they didn't send me bribes, they're not sending me bribes. No one does it like Brenda Needle. Their flosses are spectacular. Again, it's not because I love them dearly or because they support me in my stitching venture. They just, it's like no other. Let me show you. First of all, have you seen speckling like that? If you've never stitched with speckled floss, it is so flippin' fun. Look at this one. Look at that. Who knit ya? Also, their names are just darling. If you're not into speckleds, let me just show you. Hold on. Look at this one. What the what? Gorgeous. It's called Sailor's Warning. Red Sky at Night. Sailor's Delight. Oh, wow. This one? Wow. This is also Sailor's Delight. Oh. Oh, wait. Sailor's Delight. Oh, ladies. Oh, I'm vibrating. I'm vibrating. Anyway, you are going to see there are some things coming up in the D20 Stitches and also in the D Inkari world that are heavily going to be using those. So get ready. Get ready. Okay. Let me, usually at the end of every episode, I do a little education, usually education, trans, gender inclusivity, 2S LGBTQIA stuff, because that's my thing. But recently it's just been about me, because I went through a major gender affirming surgery in June. I got top surgery down in Seattle. And one of the things that I got asked a lot is, hey, I have someone who is getting a top surgery in my life. What can I do to help them? So I wanted to give you a couple of pieces of advice and things you can actually do for them as a crafty person, because everyone watching this is a crafty person. The number one biggest thing you can do for someone who is getting top surgery in your life is, if you are physically near them, you are a cooker, you cook, or you have a Costco membership, or you buy a grocery store, provide them with meals that they can freeze or they can put in the freezer and take out. Cooking is the hardest thing to do while recovering. Even for me, even when I have a partner, I'm married to someone, even with him in the house helping me, he even took a week, he was able to take a week off work. Getting those meals was difficult. So providing meals, I had a lot of people offering me even like a gift certificate to like Uber Eats, and that I had friends come over and cook for us. That was such a lifesaver. You don't even have to be in the same area to do that. I know with like gift certificates to DoorDash and Uber Eats, or like just like getting delivery to their house, it is so life-saving. That is my number one thing. With that, if you are in the area and you are able to provide something, one thing I remind people is, don't ask the person who just had surgery, hey, what do you need? Instead ask, this is the stuff I can offer. Hey, I can offer, if you want to ride outside, a lot of time you're cooped up. Maybe you just want to go on little walkies, or you want to go for a little treat or a little coffee. Having someone say, hey, I can come over, I can drive you somewhere, let's go get coffee. Or even, hey, if you're kind of tired, let's just, I'll come over, I'll bring movie, I'll bring some popcorn, right? Offer something. Don't ask what these people need, because sometimes we don't like asking. And if I do this all the time, if someone says, oh, what do you need? I say, oh, I'm fine. And then I'm not fine. Also, you might be overwhelmed with the world, and so your capacity might be limited. So maybe you can say, hey, would you like some snail mail? Hey, would you like a coffee date? I can do that. Hey, would you like to hop on Zoom and we'll craft for a little bit together? Offer something. Speaking of crafting, I've got 2 items. If you are crafty people, I've got 2 items that saved my butt. And I'll show you. If you are super crafty and you want to create something that your person will love and will be very handy, these are 2 things that you could craft to make their lives a lot easier. This is a mastectomy pillow. Let me show it to you. So it's got 2 little flippies, and that goes like this. And then on the inside, you can put a ice pack. And then this one is a little foam pocket. This saved my butt. It is so comfortable because when you come out, things are very sore. So having this kind of be a protective, and then having your ice pack is really, really nice. It supports your arms. You get your phone. I kind of cuddled and slept with this. This saved my butt. I had to drive. I had my top surgery in the United States, so we had to drive there. I was released right after my surgery. We drove home, and this saved my butt. This is from my buddy. They are thehotcotton.ca, but you can find patterns online if you'd like. If you are a crafty person, a quilter, my person made it out of scraps, which is what I love. But it can just be literally 2 pieces of fabric and like a pillow and stuffing. I love this. They made it. That's so cute. A mastectomy pillow is a thing that I highly recommend. Even if there's these on sale, people make them on Etsy. So if you have someone in your life you're not crafty, I would highly, highly, highly recommend this. I love this thing so much. I don't need it anymore because I'm all healed up, but it's like a really nice cuddle pillow too. Another thing that I don't see, I see a lot of talk about mastectomy pillows, but I don't see this. This is a mastectomy, I don't know, foamy. Look, it looks like a tit. It is hard foam, and you can see the ridges. So the nipple is there, and then you have the ridges. This helps so much with draining. So it looks like that. And what you do is, even now, like, I'm still kind of liquidy. So I wear a compression top at night, and I actually fold this like this, and I press, and then it just helps with drainage. So if you have 2 of them, my righty is the trouble, so I only have 1 of them. I was given this by my lymphomic massage therapist. If you don't have to be that good of a crafter. This is literally 2 pieces of fabric and then foam. And it's not specific, like just you have a bunch of lines in it. This is terry cloth too, it helps. So if you're not a big pillow maker, maybe you're a small pillow maker, these are so helpful. Just like, I don't know what they're called, mastectomy foamies. It just helps so much. So if you are a person who is not mastectomy pillow crafty, but you want something to make, I think that's really good. Last thing that I have as a suggestion of something that you could do for a person in your life who is going through top surgery or any gender affirming surgery. I don't have it, but I got the idea from my buddy Neil from Stitcher's Hollow. His Instagram is Neil and Needle. He does Stitcher Hollow with Alex. I think her Instagram is Little House Stitches. First of all, Stitcher's Hollow is adorable. I love the vibes. And if Neil and Alex need a long distance brother, fake brother that I can be a part of, call me. In fact, if any like sibling groups, I know there's a lot of sibling groups that do Flosstubes together. If you need like a Canadian brother, call me. I love all these siblings, Stitcher's Hollows and Cross Stitch Around the Globe, and what was the last one? Hathaway Stitchers? Is that one? I don't know. I've been watching groups. But hey, if you want a Canadian brother who can like zoom in with you and pretend that we're family and then do a Flosstube together, we can do it. Anyway, Neil. I just made a fool out of myself. Neil from Stitcher's Hollow just got top surgery before me. Neil had to go down to San Francisco. Neil, because he got his top surgery right before me, I messaged him with a lot of questions, and he was very supportive, and bless this man. Neil did something that I really love, and I think that if you have a trans person in your life or any person who is getting gender affirming surgery, Neil created a little keepsake for himself, a little stitched piece that commemorated him getting top surgery. And because he got top surgery in San Francisco, he stitched the Golden Gate Bridge, and it said, "I left my tits in San Francisco." And Neil, bless, that was genius. I think stitching something commemorating your friend's gender affirming surgery would be so sweet. I would highly recommend it. And again, if you're like me and you like to stitch for someone else, this is a beautiful call to action. When my buddy got top surgery, I don't know if you remember, I stitched that big pillow, that rainbow tiles pillow for them to commemorate that. And I think it's just something special, like an object in time to commemorate something that is very intense at the beginning, and then you slowly fall into normalcy. Like, I am 7 weeks after surgery, and I am finally feeling normal. I forget the trauma of like surgery. So having that moment of, hey, you did this, congratulations, would be very, very sweet. So those are the things I would recommend if you have a person in your life having a gender affirming surgery. That is what I suggest, those things. Also, give them a freaking high five when they can raise their arms. I can raise my arms now. It's great. Okay. Every episode, I like to give away something in my snail mail club. My snail mail club is just I'm bringing up my winner. If you are 18 and over, if you subscribe and if you leave a comment in my last video, I put comments into a YouTube picker and I just picked someone, and I got postcards, I got patterns, I got fabric, I've got whatever is in my little box of treats that I will give you a thing. So you get a little surprise in the mail. And we all love little surprises in the mail. I do. I love it. And the person who is winning this time is Amy. Hell yeah, Amy. I got something cool for you, Amy. I went to a queer bookstore in Seattle, and I got something cool for you from there. Yeah, I'll get that to you. If you want to be part of my email club, I've got a link below. I got a form to fill out. Fill out that form. You are eligible to win, and then leave a comment down below. Absolutely. We are under an hour. Heck yeah. Okay. I will see you in September. Do you know that song? See you in September. I'm not a great singer. I will see you in September. I start work, and so things are gonna get just buck wild, but we'll make time for each other, right? September is Sampler September, so I got some samplers. Okay, until next time, I'm your Stitch Dad, and boy howdy, I'm proud of you. I'll see you later. Bye bye.